Hello and welcome to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be taking a look at the custom equalization of sound inside of Final Cut Pro 10. And you might be thinking, what am I talking about? Or you might be waiting for me to hurry up so you can learn how to equalize sound properly. Now, first of all, I just wanted to let you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if we just listen to this opening dialogue.
So, Lucas.
She says, so Lucas, however, to me it sounds a little flat. Now, when you're trying to record the audio, this is what you want. However, when you're trying to output to film, you want something a little bit more dynamic. So what we're going to do is do a very simple boost of the high tones and boost of the low tones as well, to give it a little bit of bass and an extra bit of clarity. So if we just click on the clip and then press I for the inspector, and now you can see in the audio pane of the inspector we've got a few options, and our options consist of effects. Now if I just delete that because you won't see the effects, we've got a pan and volume, and an audio enhancements. Now instead of going into this like I did in a previous tutorial, what we're going to do is choose the equalization, but we're not going to choose one of the default ones, although you can and they will give you really quick improvements. We're actually going to click on this button which gives us the graphic equalizer. Now the way to look at this graph is, if you think this is your high notes and this is your low notes, this is decreasing the volume of the low notes, this is increasing the volume of the low notes, and then we can grab these and make them louder or quieter across the spectrum of sound. So what we're looking to do is obviously boost some of the high notes to increase a bit of clarity, and also boost some of the low notes to add a little bit of bass and a little bit of oomph to her voice. Now sometimes obviously the recording can actually come out a bit too bassy, in which case you actually want to decrease the bass, but the bottom line is this gives us an extra bit of control. Now we can actually increase this to 31 bands, and then you can see we've got a lot more control. However, for what we're doing, we're just going to leave it at the 10 bands. Now be warned, obviously, as you just saw, it does reset it. Now why am I creating a bit of a gradient here? And that's because if we just boost all of these up to the same level and then it suddenly had a drop for the midtones, you can create a bit of distortion. So a nice smooth curve will help a little bit. I mean, I'm not a sound editor, but you need to know how to work with sound to improve your filmmaking, basically. And now, you just close that dialog box, and if we just go ahead and press play.
So, Lucas.
You can hear that's a lot more dynamic and a lot clearer and a lot more oomph than what we had before, which is exactly what we're going for. Now, like I said, there were some default ones that we could have had, and also if we actually go into the effects browser, you can see you can see we've actually got loads of effects that actually, a lot of these will actually play around with the equalization. You can see the one that I had earlier, the brightness, you can see it adds the brightness to the effects panel, just like it would do if it was a piece of video. And you can see that we can actually go in and customize the dynamics of the brightness filter. So even though these are pre-made effects for audio, I advise you to only look at these as starting points, because you can see we can actually go in and customize the sound effect to fine-tune it to what we're actually after. Now I don't actually want that brightness, but that's just an example. So hopefully this was useful. I recommend you apply this method to some of your dialogue scenes, and hopefully you'll get lots of rich audio. And if you're wondering, this video is from my upcoming Minecraft unofficial advert, which will be online hopefully this Friday, and if it's already up then the link will be in the description. And it's basically about a boy who is in trouble for playing online video games. However, the parents have a darker secret that they want to, that they can't share, not with the child and not with one another. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in a brand new tutorial.